Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, depending on which way you look at it, there's some good news, potentially some bad news. For me, the good news is this is my last piece of content because I'm going away on holiday, and I thought it'd probably be quite suiting if maybe I showed you what I keep in my everyday holiday travel bag. Now, this isn't a bag for travelling, if that makes sense. So certainly when I work, I'm fortunate enough, I'm certainly lucky enough that I do get to travel quite a bit with work. But this isn't like a 72-hour travel bag kind of thing. This is more of a, whilst I'm on holiday, this is generally what I keep on me whilst I'm enjoying myself on holiday. So this pretty much is what I'll be taking with me to Turkey at the weekend. I'm going for 2 weeks, so I thought I'd show you what's in there for my EDC summer bag, I suppose. Now what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around whilst I'm doing that. If at any point you do enjoy this content or do like it, then please feel free to hit the like, subscribe and share. It means a massive deal to my channel. It helps me to understand what kind of content you like to see, and personally I do genuinely appreciate it, so I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you if you did choose to like, subscribe and share. And yeah, so let's turn the camera around and take a closer look. Okay, so the bag of choice that I will be taking with me, I mean, I'll probably take a few other bags just because, you know, why not? But anyway, so this is the Helicantex Bushcraft Satchel, predominantly designed for bushcrafting. However, this makes an absolutely amazing EDC bag. It's a very typical, simple style of satchel, but for me, I just think for EDC, and I think if you looked at the bag that I carried the most, if that would be my most favourite bag, then this is hands down the bag that I carry the most through most of the stuff that I do during the day. Simple little slip pockets on the side. There's a front access pocket here, and then there's the main section and a strap that's very nice and handy. When there's nothing in this, it is just made from Cordura. There's no real lining or anything, so you can roll this up. If you have a large bag and you want to take everything out of this and put it at the bottom of your suitcase, then it takes up little to no room whatsoever. Now what I thought is I'll go through my bag. So here on the left hand side, which would actually be at the front of the bag, I carry my bags over my right shoulder, kind of left hand style. I keep my glasses, so this is a slip through pocket, but I find that my glasses have never completely passed through it. These are from Hawkers. I got into Hawkers now probably, when did I start buying these? I mean, it's that long ago. So Hawkers, I believe, are a Spanish make. I do apologise if they're Portuguese, but I'm sure that they're a Spanish make. They are 100% no metal in them, so they're all popped into place. It makes them very light, reasonably robust. But if an arm pops off, then you just pop it back on. And they're reasonably inexpensive as well. Hawkers have some amazing sales through the year. Often they have like a buy one get two free, so you can get 3 pairs of glasses for the price of one. And they've got loads of different colours. I think I own maybe 5 or 6 pairs of these. Yeah, so that's my Hawkers. I'll leave those there in the side. Now in the front zip compartment here, so in here at the moment, I have I have dog poo bags because this is the bag that I take with me, as I say, the vast majority of the time. But also in here I have one of these Magpul Dakar sleeves, Dakar pouches, I think they are called sleeves. I'll put down here which one it is exactly, and I do apologise if I keep banging the camera with my head there. I believe this is the medium-sized one, but these are made from a really tough material, and they use a special ultrasonic welding process to make sure that the sides go together. But if you can see this front panel here, it is an absolute perfect fit for one of these. Now the advantage with this is, with the zip here on the top, you can put pretty much anything into here, and if you are caught in a rain shower, then it will keep everything in there completely dry. Also, when you're at the beach, it's great to have something that is away from sand and other debris from getting into things. It's a personal pet hate of mine. But also, now, I know I do talk about this quite a bit, but when you're abroad, especially here in Europe, you do have to be careful with pickpockets. And I always say that situational awareness is possibly the most important thing when you're out and about, but even the most vigilant of us will often, will often forget that. So with this now, there is a zip and then another zip inside. Now the other zip inside, with it being one of these super strong AquaGuard style zips, is very difficult to get into if you're trying to be subtle. So it's another good way of being able to protect your valuables on the inside. On this side, I certainly don't keep anything on there. And then we have, oh, I forget, sorry, I keep a compass on this strap there. This is one of these wrist compasses that you can put on like that. This is from Silver, who are an absolutely amazing compass company. So this is a oil-filled compass to make sure that it's nice and smooth when you walk. But I always say, especially in cities that you're not aware of, you can use your mobile phone to help to track you, but there's always going to be situations where your mobile phone doesn't have signal, or whatever it is. You don't have to be Bear Grylls to be able to just quickly take a bead on where you're going. Maybe look for a landmark that you can see that's fairly prominent, so that when you're walking back, you're walking in the opposite direction. If you can find that landmark again, then generally you can find where you were. City brakes or compass is so useful. It's such a low-tech kind of thing, but I'm not going to say it saved my life a million times, but it certainly helped to be able to get back to a certain landmark or something, for me to be able to then find my way back to, generally it's an event centre while I'm away with work. So in the main pocket, now there's a few things in here. There is a couple of things that I haven't included in here. One of them will probably be a water bottle, but generally whilst away, I'll just grab some water from wherever I am. I'll keep that in there. There'll also be a beach towel in there as well. Now, I've got to say, one thing that I'm incredibly disappointed in is I can't find a Pencott camo, Green Zone, or whichever one. I can't find a Pencott camo beach towel. If anybody knows of where I can find a Pencott beach towel, comments. I've got a few days before I leave and I can get one, so yeah, I'd really like to see that. But on the inside here, you have this really large cavernous pocket on the right hand side. If I reach into these pockets, so there's two items in here. The first one, I have a small medical kit. Now this is a bumps and scrapes style medical kit. In here I have swabs and sterile wipes and that sort of stuff. I also keep my antidepressants. I keep other stuff in there because without those I just grind to a halt. Now this one, I don't care how gangster you think you are, you're never too gangster enough to carry an Aldi tote bag. These things are brilliant, mainly for the fact that they take up little to no room when you're out and about and you need to grab something, or you're getting some food, or getting some extra water, or probably a wine and beer on your way back home to your hotel room. These are great because they just go back into such a small little thing, and then you can keep these in any bags. I've got a few of these. I generally don't add them into my content. I did take them out before. I didn't even know why I do that, because as I say, these are so useful, and it's little tips like this that make setting up a bag like this even better. But yeah, you can pick these up from, I got this from Aldi. It cost next to nothing, but I'm sure if you went to Aldi, Lidl, all of those kind of international places that I know, there are many of them around the world, yeah, definitely pick one of these up. IKEA do really nice ones as well. In the back, there's a little zip pocket in here. In there, I carry a flashlight just in case. And I carry this. So this is my Power Traveller. And it is a solar powered it's 2000 milliamps. Let's just double check. it is 100. It's 10,000 milliamps, so I can get 2.5 charges from my mobile phone from this. And just the fact that I can charge it, I'm going to Turkey, so it's definitely going to be nice and sunny, but I can keep this charged through the day, even whilst I'm using it. You can see on the side here, it's got a little red light to show that it's picking up the sun. So that's really useful. I did some content back on this, so I'll leave a link to that content here, or wherever it is it goes. This is becoming invaluable to me, especially, as I say, those times that I'm away with work. I can leave this in a window somewhere to get things charged. So that's my Power Traveller. And then in this left hand pocket here, and again, this is probably something that you've seen me pull out on multiple occasions, but I've never really ever showed you what's inside. This little pouch I picked up from IKEA, a little IKEA sign on that's there. It's got some reflective strips into here, so sometimes easy to find, but I think these were £1, maybe £2. It's made from like a ripstop-esque material, which it's nice and tough, but use what you can find. This is great. So in here I've got quite a few things. So I keep some scissors with me, mainly because I often travel to places, and certainly when I'm traveling abroad, I always make sure that I've got some scissors rather than a knife, just in case there's some issues with local laws. I also keep in there 3 or 4 of these larger cut range bands, and then what I'll do is I'll pass them into each other, so that if I need to use these, I can just cut them to any size, and range bands save the day. And it's also useful to have those scissors. Now, call me old school, but I also carry some wired headphones, mainly because, I don't know, #batteries are crap. So no matter where I am, whatever I'm doing, I can always listen to some tunage. And range bands, yeah, so fold them up, put inside your range band, and you've always got them conveniently so that you can just pull them out. I've got a Euro charger. I've also got a mains charger for here in the UK, so these always go in tandem with each other. Generally, when I'm traveling with work as well, it's usually through the larger continent of Europe. But if I do travel anywhere else, then I'll swap these out. But for holidays, generally I tend to find I go on European holidays, and it does the bill. These Anker small chargers, they do the quick charge. This is the PowerPort 3 20-watt cube charger. These things are awesome. They really do a good job of just giving your phone the top up that it needs. And then, well, actually, I'll skip that next bit. And then I also carry one of these. Now, this is definitely from when I'm traveling abroad with work, but I keep it in here just in case. And this is one of those old school haberdashery style tapes, mainly because sometimes it's just really useful to have those for whatever reason. And again, pop it inside a range band, and it's always there. It's always nice and neat to be able to grab. And then after that, this is where the cables come in. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why do you carry so many cables? And that is because of those small little fun sponges that we all generally tend to have when we hit a certain age, and they like to steal your cables. So I've got USB to USB Type-C. I've got, I've got Type-C to Type-C. I've got USB to micro USB, USB to Type-C again, and USB to Type-C, just in case. The last little thing, did I grab it? No, I didn't grab it. Is suntan lotion. You always need to make sure when you're in abroad, always get your suntan lotion on. Now, I did mention there were a few things that I haven't included in here, and mainly they are some of the things that I looked at in a previous video. So I'll probably have a small ball in there, maybe a zip chip, maybe a frisbee, depending on what I'm doing. But again, similarly to the beach towel, that will depend where I'm going and what I'm doing for the day. But most of this stuff will stay in this bag whence I'm travelling abroad. Now, do not despair, the Moorlander shall return, probably a little bit more browner. Well, let's not lie, probably looking like a lobster when I get back. But But yeah, so I just take a well-deserved break. Something that's actually been in planning since pre-COVID. This holiday's had to bounce back over the last 2 years, so I'm really looking forward to getting away with my wife and 2 daughters. But yeah, so what I'll do is there's quite a few things here in this bag that I have already made some content on, so I'll leave links to each of those pieces of content below if there was anything in there that you thought you'd like to see some more on. And you know, it's a great opportunity to binge some Moorlander EDC content whilst I'm away. So for the next fortnight, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC.